As a Pokemon card collector, I, Daunter Collects, have always wondered what the depths of the artists of the Pokemon TCG have to offer, and gaining that sort of knowledge is part of why I'd like to share it upon you, the viewer, to figure out which artist truly speaks to you. This is Pokemon Artist Review. This series is dedicated towards looking at what makes the artwork of each individual Pokemon TCG artist so special, and distilling it into a video analysis format. Stick till the end of the video to see if this artist becomes a new favorite, and subscribe to see more Pokemon Artist Review to help me reach my goal of 700 subscribers. If there's an artist who you really want to see reviewed, then feel free to let me know down below. Welcome to the Pokemon Artist Review. In today's video, we'll be talking about Yukiko Baba. Baba started illustrating cards in the set Neo Discovery released June 1st, 2001, and has illustrated 116 total cards, including any reprints they may have. Yukiko Baba has this really endearing, simplistic style that makes all of their cards look just fantastic. I really adore how they typically add this simple white glow around their Pokemon, causing them to really nicely stand out from the background. Their backgrounds work in tandem with the Pokemon themselves to make a nice, cute artwork that anyone could enjoy. These are the criteria I'll be analyzing to enhance the best parts of Yukiko Baba's artwork. Firstly, I'll be talking about their colors. Next, I'll be talking about their outlines. And finally, I'll be talking about their creativity. For my first point, I want to talk about Yukiko Baba's colors. In their YOOOOOO card, I really adore how simplistic and effective this card is. The sky in the background looks like watery paint was spilled behind the Pokemon. It's got a cute expression on his face, and the environment around the Pokemon is nice and green, with some yellow and pink flowers to spice it up a little bit. In their Fearow illustration, I really love how, once again, the card is really simple. Fearow is nice and angular in this card, and those wispy clouds, mixed with white, blue, and yellow work so well in the illustration. I also just love how you've got a gradient at the back going from blue to purple to a nice rich blue. Overall, Baba's illustrations feature this beautifully simplistic color that really adds charm to their illustrations. Next, I want to talk about Yukiko Baba's outlines. They are very simple, but that's definitely not a bad thing. On their Thundurus card, it's so adorable. I really love how small the Pokemon is in it. I really like how nice and simple the outlines are on this card, featuring a nice simple black that goes around every facet of the Pokemon, as well as some aspects of the background, mainly used to break up the mountains from the back to the front, which looks really nice in practice. Kind of thinning outlines are used on the mountains to provide a little bit more depth as well. On their Haunter illustration, a similar idea is used. I really adore how succinct everything looks in the illustration, and the places where the outlines are the thickest around the Pokemon itself, where they're the thinnest would be near the mouth and the eyes. It makes the Pokemon stand out, while not removing the core features, or making them too thick around those same core features. Finally, I'd like to point out Yukiko Baba's creativity. Many of Baba's illustrations are pretty simple ideas, but when they break out of that typical mold to create something truly creative, I actually really appreciate them for it. Take their Smeargle illustration, where the Pokemon helps out an artist with their painting. It's really nice to see the actual building that they're painting in the background, but also being able to see the canvas with a much rougher idea of the building adds together to make a really creative rendition of Smeargle. In their Hypno illustration, we see the Pokemon dangling around its pendulum, and the background consists of interestingly placed, colored, and sized numbers, which is something you really rarely see in Pokemon illustrations. It honestly mimics that kind of psychic grasp that Hypno can have sometimes perfectly, so I appreciate it for being a little bit more out there as a concept. For my final card for Baba's creativity, I'd have to say that their Shuppet card is one of their most creative cards. I really like how they all hang down from the shingles of the roof of the home, all featuring different facial expressions, with the one on the right sleeping, one right next to it with the tongue out, and so on and so forth. It's creative, cute, and certainly expressive, all while showcasing that adorable Yukiko Baba flair. Now, for my favorite card from Yukiko Baba. This is actually hard, as their style has really retained a lot of that simplicity that we see even from their older illustrations, making all of their cards look equally interesting to me. If I had to pick one, I would say that their Onyx from Unseen Forces is my favorite. I'm not sure why, but the colors are just so striking. I really adore when Pokemon cards have a Pokemon that just looks out into the distance. I think they're some of the most beautiful renditions of a Pokemon that you could possibly imagine, so I greatly respect this card for that. And also, the nice red color that's used in the background is super striking, mixed with Onyx's kind of darker, almost grayish color. And that was Yukiko Baba. I thought this video would be hard, as they have so many different cards to cover, but Baba's simplistic style made it so nice and easy to make points about their cards, which is something I really appreciate. Baba is truly an underrated original TCG artist that I know many don't particularly know about. If you enjoyed this video, let me know by liking and commenting, as well as consider subscribing to my channel. I cover everything you need to know about Pokemon artists. If you want to see more of these kinds of videos, I have a playlist on my channel for the Pokemon Artist Review. And with that, I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you next time.